We don't know what else it is. So when did the name come to you?
It came after I wrote the script, and I think we were in pre-production, or we might have even been in production, and realizing that this film had become something even bigger and different than what I had set out to do. And, you know, there was lots of names that I was circulating in my head, and at the end of the day, the film felt singular. And Nope was the only thing that I could say to describe it.
No. 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 No.
Real quick, was there another alternate name you're going to throw for us?
You want another scoop?
Yes.
You want another scoop?
Oh, please.
So when I was writing the script, it was called Little Green Men.
Okay, and I get that.
You know, I'm always talking about something human, a human flaw.
No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.
And there was something about our connection with spectacle and money and our monetization of spectacle.
Yeah.
And so the Little Green Men that I started talking about was the Little Green Men on the money.
Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah, but you see how that sort of sounds like, it sounds like some kind of like red box, like 2003, like Jeff Fahey vehicle.
Jeff Fahey, damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right, yes.
It's
Yes,
not,
I
I don't want to be the Little Green Men. I'm like, no, it's not. And anyway.
IGN had said Nope was a hilariously bleak vision of the American dream. It was a farcical love letter to Hollywood filmmaking and a horror sci-fi comedy that builds cinematic myths before casually knocking them over. I mean, I guess, you know, I'm not going to really give, I can't really give Jordan Peele too much praise here because he wrote, directed, and produced this film. So unfortunately, no one was there to tell him, you know, nope, it's not really a good idea, man, because this movie was just full of contrivances. It was kind of full of itself. And this, you know, I'm not gonna lie, when it came out, when the poster and trailer was first released back when, I was stoked. I was like, all right, you know what? Get Out was pretty cool, still racial. You know, Us was like pretty much Invasion of the Body Snatchers 2.0. But with black people. And then, you know, he didn't really, I forgot if he wrote or helped produce or whatever, Candyman, but he was part of it. His name was pretty much part of it, but I know he didn't like direct it or whatever. And, you know, that was also racially charged. So I was hoping that this was going to be a step back and just like a step into just the world, you know, a different reality than just trying to stay in like preachy black history mode that he's always in his films. And fuck, was I wrong? Because did you know that the first man in a motion picture was a black man on a horse? It was a jockey, a horse trainer, or a horse jockey. I mean, shit, I'm sorry. Do niggas out here still go to horse races? Do people still care about and buy horses, or do they buy Ferraris? You know, like, or like, are they trying to go into horse training? Like, what are you trying to do with that whole message of this, right? Like, I've seen a couple reviews of people talking about how it brings out all this social equality that's not there, and talks about the oppression of the black people and the supremacy of the whites. But
now, I believe the largest portion of the socialist commentary contained within this movie focuses on the subjugation and control that's exerted over those who are seen as lesser. But what we see in this is the uncontrollable nature of an indomitable spirit. When something is oppressed, it rises and shows strength so it's not overtaken. And when threatened, a fight comes.
Come on, man. Like, I'm just tired of hearing that shit. And the fact that Jordan is just so prominent in that now, it's like, it's just unfair, you know, because I was really hoping this movie was just going to be fun and engaging and just like a horror movie, maybe, because that's what he says that he's trying to do. But nah, he's got to throw in all these comedy aspects and be like Taika Waititi and be like, I'm going to destroy your mythos. And it's like, look, can't we just have like a horror movie or like a sci-fi horror movie? If you want to put some laughs in it, fine, but you don't have to do it at the sake of a fucking, you know, marginalized race. But yeah, so Nope follows this brother and sister that are horse trainers that apparently live the American dream, because it turns out their great-great-grandfather was that black man on a horse in the first motion picture. But unfortunately they're obviously not living lavish lives. Like, yeah, they're they're like doing a commercial or whatever, but obviously they're not living the best lives. And Jordan Peele's over here sitting, oh yeah, it was supposed to be called like The Little Green Man on the Money, and like the original title was The Little Green Man. And it's like, oh wow, like that was why? Like what little green men are in the movie besides that one glorious scene we'll get to later? But what, I don't understand what the little green men are. Is it the fact that their dad died by a quarter? Because like he died by money. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. I mean, Daniel Kaluuya, he's in pretty much all the movies that Jordan Peele, I'm pretty sure, is going to make from now on. But, he plays this like stoic, stern, angry black man. And then you have Keke Palmer as like this really, go-getter chick. And it's just why? Like, why are you doing this, Jordan? You're just making... It's just ridiculous. It's just weird, right? So anyway, this brother and sister live on this ranch. Their father dies this day out of nowhere, and they're just like, what the hell? Like, died by a falling quarter. And you find out that this alien lives above them, right? This like UFO. Now in the trailer, it looks like a UFO, and there are a lot of other reviews are like, hey, it's misleading. Don't think of it this way. It's not really a UFO. And it's like, all right, I totally get that, but don't knock over my myths of UFOs, right? We're already like, we don't really get aliens as much as we do, but don't turn a UFO into like a UFO monster, all right? It was just weird, right? Like it turns out that this alien has been living above them for however long, and it turns out it's this weird balloon monster. But when you have a Christmas tree, right? You have like the angel on top of a Christmas tree. Like people are saying, oh, it's no mistake that the alien is white. It's like,
no, it's not a coincidence that the entity is white. It's also not a coincidence that Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, Brandon Perea, and Stephen Yeun are not white. And it's not a coincidence that the inflatable tube people are all the colors of the rainbow, but not white. It's not a coincidence that the white alien chases after, devours, and destroys anything it feels is a threat to its existence. Does that sound familiar?
Like, oh my God, fuck off. Like, I guess Jordan Peele doesn't really have the creativity enough in him, enough creativity to create a nice enough different alien. He has to, I guess, make some white little angel that you would think would be on top of a tree, but is able to turn into a UFO. And it just takes mad rips off the earth, apparently. It just like sucks up things and eats them, and in UFO mode, because I guess that's just what it does. Like, it just doesn't have hands. It doesn't have arms, I guess. But it turns out to be just this weird balloon monster. Like, it was so anticlimactic. The whole ending of it was just whack. You find out that they hire some guy that they need to that was going to work on their commercial. They hire him to get the footage of the alien, and then he ends up like committing suicide pretty much for like the perfect shot. Because in all those films, when people get abducted with a camera, they're like, I need to be holding this camera so people find my footage. Like the found footage. Like, but of course we don't see the found footage, and you don't know if the found footage is ever found. But they kill the alien at the end in the most ridiculous way possible. I mean, it just blows up. Like, there's no guts, there's no blood, there's no bones. When at one point it's literally throwing up over a house. I guess it like emptied its contents that night, so it doesn't really have anything left over to throw up. But you would assume that it has contents in its body, but I guess it's fucking out of this world. It's an entity. It's a spectacle. It probably just fucking churns everything up in its weird little wispy body, because when it dies, it just wisps away. And like, I know she's able to by chance get the photo, and by chance release the giant mascot, and by chance finally lift up that TMZ's fool's bike, even though she barely could lift it up for a minute. But I'm pretty sure it was the adrenaline that got her going. But the movie was so ridiculous. There's so many points in the film that are just like, what? And let's not even get started or get it twisted on Georgie, Gorgie, the monkey, that apparently Stephen Yeun's character had to deal with, because remember, he doesn't hire any white people in this movie. So the only white people that are in this, well, he doesn't hire any more white people, Jordan Peele says. So the only white people in this movie are the people that are like oppressing culture. So you have this white family on a sitcom that apparently the whole premise of the sitcom is they brought home a fucking chimp, and that's their son now. And they have this chimp's, it's this chimp's birthday, and someone pops a balloon, and the chimp goes mad and fucking actually kills everyone on set. And it's like actually a horrific event, but it has nothing to do with the movie. It's just like a cool little like, hey, imagine if this happened, people. This is why the white man shouldn't be allowed to fucking make some creative decisions. And the kid that survives, the lone survivor, is Stephen Yeun's character, who ends up owning this little rodeo near the brother and sister's horse ranch, a horse training ranch or whatever. And he's over here trying to think that now that he's been saved, he can possibly bring this spectacle out and make millions of dollars by showing people that aliens exist. Watch me feed this horse. Like, I'm sorry, but that was some bullshit. I was like, nope. Nope, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It was stupid the way it killed everybody. When you show that chick with her little face, and her face is all fucked up, and you're like assuming it's gonna be like, I thought it was gonna be another Invasion of the Body Snatchers type shit, where an alien comes down looking like a human and then killing people. But nope, it's the chick that the monkey ate her face off, and she's apparently alive. But they just showed it for you just to be like, oh look, something freaky, come watch my movie. And he even says, Jordan Peele even says, oh, there's something sinister, cynical or whatever about making people want to come watch your movies. But I want you to come watch my movie, and I want to preach to you, and I want you to hear what I have to say. But also watch my movie, because it'll probably be interesting. You know, that's why I say that one scene, that was the best scene in this entire movie, of the kids teasing OJ. And by the way, how are you going to have a character's name be OJ and have him be this stoic, angry, stern man? Makes no sense. So you have these kids teasing OJ because it only makes sense. Maybe if he would have killed him, they would have been like, OJ did it. And it's like, oh, I've always wanted to say that. But, you know, he socks them, and the aliens come out and they're acting all better than half the people in this fucking movie. Well, they're not aliens, but they're kids dressed up as aliens. Because remember, there's no actual aliens. It's just a UFO wannabe. But the kids dressed up as aliens being all crazy and shit, that was like the best part of this whole movie. And they acted better than all of the actors in this film. You know, fight me. That acting of those kids acting all slow and being all creepy as aliens was better than anything in this entire film. Anything. From the weird blonde-haired Best Buy wannabe kid to the random-ass fucking psychedelic tripped filmmaker guy, you know, to both brother and sister, you know. And Steven Yeun being like, oh, you want to check out my... I'm not totally hitting on your... I'm not hitting on your sister, bro, but I'm totally going to just show her my whole collection of stuff from this, when the monkey, you know, had killed everybody. Oh, man. So was this movie good? Nope. I didn't really care for it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have watched it. Pretty sure a lot of people liked it for whatever reason. Oh God, it was IMAX and it was so great. It was such a visual masterpiece. It's like, bro, there's been a lot of movies where they have the sky. You can watch Top Gun Maverick. It's all filmed in the sky. It doesn't matter what you do when you point your camera up into the sky, because we can all look up, and I don't know about you, but the sky looks the same. If we find out it's some crazy green screen, like at the end of Men in Black, and it turns out we're in like some marble or some shit, then I guess, you know, we'll start talking about how much of a spectacle the fucking sky can be. But yeah, this has been Ghost in the Craig. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry for this one, but I did not like it. I'm sorry, Jordan. I was really hoping and thinking that this was going to be better, but I guess not. But hey, now I know that the first black man in a motion picture was fucking riding a horse.
A part of it was I'm going to make something that people have to see, and then while I was making it, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with that. Why do we have to see anything? It's something in human nature. Yeah. And so I felt like, yes, I want people to come out and see my movie. I want to give them an escape, but I can't ignore the fact that there's something intrinsically insidious about that.
Yeah. It's got a ride that says, let's get the Oprah shot, let's get the franchise. Is that what you're saying with this one, or do you really feel it's singular?
No comment. You already got your scoop today.
No, I got my scoop, and I will take that.
I loved the Akira slide, too.
I got to do it, man.
So good. So
oh, my God. I can't believe it.
Perfect moment.
Thank you.
No, 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 no. Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.